Hello, this is Digital Sticks, and I'm making a quick review of first impression of getting the the Valve Index. And I just have to say, on the whole, all the features together improve the immersion of Vrchat substantially. Aside from meeting up with friends and demonstrating the index and talking about it, I don't really think about it. It actually, what I like about VRChat is the social experience, and having this index with the full body tracking is so immersive that I've been not like, oh wow, the index is so great. I've been like wowed by the VRChat experience to another level, and that's really what you want in VR. The point is to not be worried about your technology or be thinking about the game, but to capitalize on the immersion. And the index, for me, for sure, has made that possible. I get a lot of benefits just for being in a full system that works together over the hybrid setup. And also I have, because of those benefits, which I keep going too much in depth over, but people that have a hybrid setup already have a general idea of what they could expect if they had a full Vive. They just don't like the wands. So the index controllers have finally given a good a good complete scheme available for full body tracking. And it's just a great device. There are some minor trade-offs just for anybody that's strongly in the Oculus ecosystem. Going from a Rift to the Index is going to create some challenges and decisions with other apps and games. But that's another discussion, but it's mostly worked out. But VRChat for me is my enthusiasm for VR. And it is an experience that's worth investing in. And so for me, this is what my other games were fine with the Rift. I had no interest in upgrading. I didn't, the Rift S is kind of a sidestep or whatever. I was happy with my CV1, except for VRChat, and that's only because Oculus never offered a full body solution. If they'd offered a full body solution, that's what I would have had. I'd still have Oculus. I would not have been compelled to spend the money on the Index. That's not the reality. But for the Index, the higher refresh rate, even when you drop to the half speed, for me, my PCs rarely drop below that, and that's at 60 frames now instead of 45. And then, of course, 120 frames when I hit that, it's awesome. That definitely adds to the immersion. The higher resolution, it's good. It adds clarity. The menu being clear is really like the most in my face benefit to that. Going to new worlds, I like in the home world here, there's nothing, it's not ultra impressive from a graphical standpoint anyways. It's already nice. It was already nice on the Index. So it's not a huge wow factor. The extra field of view, again, I didn't do a direct side-by-side comparison. I know it's better on the Index, so again, that helps. It's just not a night and day difference because I didn't do the direct comparison. Let's see, and the audio though, the audio on these not touching the ear headphones, it is great, excellent audio, and the off-ear design is more immersive than I realized it would be. Hearing people talk, and you've got the 3D audio that you're used to even with the Rift, but then you don't have anything on your ears. It really is like you're hearing it from the room by not having it touch your ears. It was a really good feature. So I think the awareness of that probably inspired Oculus to go with their crappy audio solution as an option, but Index captured that and still kept the quality of audio. It's really good. And just all told, these things combine to a more immersive experience in Vrchat. And again, I have the full body tracking, which certainly helps with immersion too. Everything is working flawlessly together. There's no thought that has to go into it. When my batteries died, then I need to go to bed. But battery life is also significant. I've certainly played sessions in Vrchat that would be longer than what the batteries will allow now. But in almost all those situations, I should not have played that long. So I'm not too concerned about the battery life. That's actually probably a good thing to have a built-in serious reminder like, no, seriously, you need to go to bed. So that's it. I recommend it. And that's the things. If you ever upgraded to full body tracking, the index over the Rift in the hybrid setup for me was the equivalent of that kind of upgrade again. So I'm happy with it. I can tell I'm going to be happy with it. And then also the immersion is just incredibly better. So people compare the Rift and the index, and they're comparing this stat to that stat, and then they compare triple the price to $400. And when you're getting into VR, that's kind of the wrong comparison. If you're just new to VR and you don't even have anything if you don't have a direct intention for your higher fidelity needs or what have you, you're going to have a great experience with the Rift S for quite some time. And even if it starts to compel you that you'd like to see something better, you're going to be fine enjoying that experience for a while and slowly. There's nothing wrong with going in stages. So when you're not sure what to expect, what games you're going to like or what have you, when you're looking at the Rift S versus the Index, there really isn't a justification for the higher price out of the box. And really the Index was never built to be the entry-level headset. It was built for enthusiasts to meet what they were wanting. It is your next level. So go ahead and come in with something else, and then later, when you want to enhance your experience, that's what the Index is for. Head-to-head, just needing a headset, the stats, the extra fidelity of the Index over the Rift S does not support the price. When you become an enthusiast and you then desire that enhanced experience and you have a place for that to benefit, especially as a whole, like here in Vrchat, then it's worth the price. Of course, you wish it were cheaper, but it's worth it. Again, I bought, by upgrading to this system for myself, it seems to be it's almost like getting VR again. Not quite that dramatic, but it's close. It's another level of immersion. Collectively, it's more of a difference than I imagined, just like VR was cooler than I imagined before discovering it. That's the way this stuff works. And so that's where the value of the Index comes in. And if we can get that word out, then it'll find its right market. I'm really glad and grateful that it's available. Oculus offered me nothing but sidesteps and compromises and trade-offs to the experience I'd already had. Index provided something that enhanced it in ways that I didn't even know that I would enjoy as much as I'm discovering that I do. So I like Vrchat because of the social experience. And so because of that, I really didn't think the visual fidelity was a big issue to me. But I did not appreciate how much extra immersion this better technology could add, and how much that would allow me to further forget about the headset and the games and just enjoy the experience and the presence with people. So, I mean, I know I'm in VR chat. It's not like, I know I'm in the game or whatever, but what I like, I can enjoy with a lot less thought to technology. And it's more immersive. It's getting back to what I'm trying to explain as the improvement almost has to be seen to appreciate, just like VR itself. So even people that are already familiar with VR cannot appreciate the full impact of this extra fidelity. You can kind of get an idea when I tell you it's more immersive. You get an idea. You can at least understand from experience that that's something that is better. You just can't quite imagine how that extra immersion helps. So it's not groundbreaking. Like it's not the make or break of Vrchat as a fun experience. It's just enhancement that would be really hard to go back from, for sure. And I'll find out more about what it feels like to switch back and forth whenever I try out the quests in Vrchat the next time. So to go up from this enhanced experience and then back to that would be really interesting. So anyways, with that, I made this a little longer than expected. I've tried this video several times and I can't keep it simple. I wanted to keep short, quick first impressions, but that in the whole of this, you'll see that the first impressions are you really can't put a price tag on the extra immersion that the Index delivers over the Rift S. It's for enthusiasts. If you're an enthusiast, it's going to offer you something that is worth the money in a way that somebody just reviewing products, price versus stats, is not going to understand or convey. And if you like Vrchat, and especially with full body tracking, Vrchat users, a lot of Vrchat users are gamers. They play Vrchat around games, but some of us aren't even traditional gamers. I'm not a traditional gamer in that sense. And so the Vrchat is the social experience more than the games. There's some games to play in Vrchat and everything else, but all said and done, it is a social VR experience. It's a different animal, and adding immersion to this is different than making a game look better. So it's just different, and it's huge for this game. And this game will drive people to enhance their technology, and they do it for the game, and that creates a value for something like the Index that doesn't apply to the entry-level market or the it would apply to expanding the adoption of VR altogether if the people at the top could get a clue of what people want for VR and what would actually sell VR to, what would actually make VR compelling to somebody that doesn't even know about it yet. But anyways, that's another topic. So thanks for watching. If you don't have an Index and you can't get one anytime soon, I wouldn't stress over it. I would enjoy the experience that you have. But if you do have an opportunity to upgrade, or you could set your sights on that, it's worth it. It really is. So you can enhance your experience that much more, and you won't regret it. My first impressions are it's excellent. So take care. Have a good day.